Here's another tweet I want to talk about that I think should be talked about. Another one on December 8th. So, Trump says this. He says in his tweet, I have informed President Xi of China that the United States will allow NVIDIA to ship its H200 products to approved customers in China and other countries under conditions that allow for continued strong national security. President Xi responded positively. 25% will be paid to the United States of America. This policy will support American jobs, strengthen U.S. manufacturing, and benefit American taxpayers. The Biden administration forced our great companies to spend billions of dollars building degraded products that nobody wanted. A terrible idea that slowed innovation and hurt the American worker. That era is over. We will protect national security, create American jobs, and keep America's lead in AI. That's the key. NVIDIA's U.S. customers are already moving forward with their incredible highly advanced Blackwell chips, and soon Rubin, neither of which are part of this deal. My administration will always put America first. The Department of Commerce is finalizing the details, and the same approach will apply to AMD, Intel, and other great American companies. Make America great again. So, few inconsistencies I want to talk about here. And no, I'm not going to say, I'm fact-checking him. Fact check! Fact check! No, I'm not a nerd, alright? No. I want to tell you why it bothers me what he's saying here. Now, it sounds great, but when you really think about it, what manufacturing jobs are you bringing back? Explain that to me. He always makes these general statements about, we will bring back U.S. manufacturing jobs, and this is going to benefit U.S. manufacturing jobs. I mean, I've been hearing the job market, and we've been having losses in the job market. It hasn't been getting better. So what the hell is he talking about? What jobs are benefiting from these decisions that he's supposedly making? Okay? And secondly, I have to say, with the amount of money that he put in, the $500 billion that he invested with those guys like Sam Altman, the AI guys, whoever they were, I even heard that they didn't even finish that. They didn't even finish. I don't even know what's going on with that. That sounded like another scam to me. So secondly, you have that going on, right? So even if it's true what he's saying, that he's going to bring back U.S. manufacturing jobs, the key to take away is, look what he says at the end. We will lead in AI, right? He says, and keep America's lead in AI. So if he's going to bring manufacturing to this nation, right? And it's going to be to manufacture chips, computers, and AI. How many people are actually going to be working that job? Because you don't need that many people to run those factories. You know, you could look up what China's doing. You don't have many people in these factories. So he's bringing back like when he said that he was going to invest $500 billion, right, into this, what did he call it on day 2? I forgot what it was, but it was for the AI initiative bullshit. Stargate, was it? Project Stargate? He said, out of the $500 billion, $500 billion, it's going to create 100,000 jobs. Now, am I the only one who found that to be strange? I mean, $500 billion, $500 billion is no joke. Okay? Like, that's like, and it's only going to create 100,000 jobs. There's 350 million, well, not counting kids and adults, but let's just say plus 300 million adults in America, right? 100,000 jobs. And if that's even true, if that even happens, right? That's not anything to brag about. And then it's going to be jobs that is just going to make AI and digitization more efficient, and so it's going to actually peter out more human jobs. So you're investing for 100,000 jobs, which those 100,000 jobs are going to effectively peter out the humans. So it's a horrible investment. It's a net zero. It's a negative investment that's only going to hurt people. Like, it's not a growth. It's going to end up being a negative. Can someone explain this to me? because that's how I'm taking it. You know, I don't know. I'm not a genius. I'm not a mathematical genius. But everyone is saying that AI is going to replace all these jobs. It went after the white collar jobs real quick, actually, first. And then it's going to go after the blue collar jobs if they actually figure out how to make actual robots, which I don't think will happen too quickly. But, you know, look at how things are changing. You don't know. And I do believe a lot of the AI stuff are scams. Like, I think I was reading about how Musk's robots that you could buy for like 20 grand, they're not actually even sent like making their own AI decisions. Like they're being controlled by some Indian in India for like slave labor money. I mean, is that really what you want to invest your money in? And to you rich people who are buying all this bullshit and investing in AI and buying the fucking all the newest latest technology, like you realize you're not investing anything for the future of your children, right? If you're even or are you like these like uber rich like women who are too good to have children until you're like in your 40s, or like to also to be fair, these uber rich men who have absolutely no reality in your mind or sense of mortality that's coming? Or are you afraid of your mortality, and instead of looking at children as our only form of immortality, your only idea of immortality is to invest in AI and to digitize every biological aspect of life because you're extremely short-sighted? You know, I think having children and procreating your family and bloodline is the only some form of immortality. And even if you could be immortal, do you really want to live the rest of your life as a program? Like, there's a reason why we have a time limit on this planet. I'm just saying. So you rich people who are funding all this and denying that the middle class is being vaporized, that the poor and the middle class are like kind of molding together at this point. Like, to all of you who are just denying this because everything is working out for you, I got something to say to you. Your time will come as well. You know, putting your head up your ass, it only lasts for so long. You're going to have to pull your head out of your ass eventually to take a deep breath. And when you do take your head out of your ass, a big ass piano is going to fall on your head. So take your head out of your ass now and start thinking about the future for children, for humans. Stop thinking about yourself and AI. It's not going to work out in the end. All the science fiction movies, all the science fiction novels written by the greatest writers of the last century, it never ends well for us when we go down this path. Now, you could say the writers of the past just had a great imagination, and I agree. But they saw certain trends, and after you live a certain amount of time, you could see the patterns of humanity. You could figure certain things out. You might even have a connection somewhere up there. Maybe somebody's telling you something. Who knows? So to completely deny the knowledge that we have and the warnings that we've had from our great writers, well, you deserve what you're going to get. You do. But unfortunately, for those of us who are aware of this and don't want it, we are going to be dragged along with it. We are going to be dragged along because of your stupidity. So, thanks, I guess. So what do you guys think of this? Let me know.